welcome to another episode of the Mighty Movie Pod, episode number 90. Can you believe it, Josh?
Yes, because you just said it.
Me too.
I only believe what I hear.
That is true. How you doing?
You know, Ryan, I'm going to be honest with you.
Okay.
As I sit here as a grown man across from you in my gym jams, and you, a relatively dressed man.
I'm wearing moccasins.
You're wearing moccasins. I realize something's gone wrong in my life.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what. I'll get back to you on that.
All right. Well, while you ponder that, I have something very important to talk
It's
about.
going to take me a while.
Something very important to talk about.
All right.
We're going to be talking about Disney Plus stuff today.
Oh, no.
One thing in particular, and I just want it to be known. If you're waiting around for Book of Boba Fett, it's probably not going to happen.
Oh, dude, speaking of, when you left, I figured out how many episodes are of that show.
Oh.
There's 7 fucking episodes, and I've watched all 4 of the... No. No, we're never talking about this pile of shit.
No, dude, I gave it my 3, and it was hard to watch that third one, but I'm glad I did.
I enjoyed the third one when Boba Fett found the Voltron Force and they rode around on their Vespas extremely slow. I was expecting a giant robot to fall from the sky when they needed to punch the mayor.
Yeah, the mayor's aide.
He's the mayor's aide. Have we ever met the mayor yet?
Yeah, remember he was the alien. He was the alien.
He was He was the what was he called in the original? God, they named him in New Hope. Sluggo.
Sluggo. Yeah, he was a Sluggo.
Stupid like that. Yeah,
he was a Sluggo, and he was just like, fuck you. And then I was like, oh no, the people that presume, fuck dude, whatever.
that shit fucking
like
sucks.
You're right. That one, the more I thought about it, I was like, you're right. That one was so bad that it fucking tilted towards the side of enjoyable.
It was very funny. Yeah. And then I was like, oh, well, so bad. It's good. I'll give 4 a go.
Yeah, dude. And
that's my review of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
I'm holding up my middle finger.
That's where we're at. And fucking Moon Knight, I don't know. Do you like Moon Knight?
Moon Knight's pretty interesting.
Am I okay?
Especially the Warren Ellis run on the book was really cool.
I think we're like switching sides. We're like the political party at the turn of the political parties at the turn of the century, Josh.
My God.
Fucking wasn't even the turn of the century, it was like mid-century. I don't remember. Doesn't matter.
But
I'm the guy now. Why history's stupid. I want to learn Halo lore. Fucking Fucking I feel like you're watching stuff and giving things a try, and I'm over here fucking Moon Knight and making jokes like, oh God, the moon turns him into a knight or something. I don't fucking care. Why am I so angry at Disney Plus?
I remember being in my early 30s, Ryan. Got a lot of anger.
Is that what's happening?
You're basically going through puberty again.
Yeah.
It sucks. You got to start finding hair in weird places. You're mad. You don't know why.
That must be what's happening.
You don't enjoy anything.
Because we went through a phase earlier last year where I was like, dude, we're taking a little break. I don't want to talk about fucking Mortal Kombat. And all this shit.
You had a fucking existential crisis after Mortal Kombat, and I was like, it was all right, and you were just like, ah!
I'm like, if this is the thing we're leading up to in the next episode, give me a break.
Right?
On this.
Because I went through a similar thing. Fucking. Smack in the middle of all the Marvel movies. I was like, I don't want to fucking do this anymore, man. Is this all I'm going to talk about from now on? You know, so I understood. And I was just like, take your time, dude. I needed a minute.
Yeah, but I'm right back in it now. Yeah. I'm excited about things. But while movies are coming back, the streaming services continue to chug along. And I'm and now that I'm watching a lot more stuff, playing a little less games, watching more stuff, that's kind of what I'm into at the moment.
That's what I've been doing.
I'm just oh God.
Yeah. No, honestly, what's going to get me on board with Moon Knight, because I don't know a lot about him. I read the Warren Ellis run on the book because I liked Warren Ellis. I still do. I know he's a piece of shit, but he's written some of my favorite comics. So I'm trying to separate the art from the creator, I don't know if that's right, but I feel okay about it. Planetary is still one of the
You
best
could never.
comics
We
I've ever
talked
read.
about this before. You can watch almost no movie if you're gonna worry about that.
Right. Well, I mean, God,
Right.
how many Weinstein movies?
Yeah,
are there?
Weinstein, Woody Allen, anybody. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Kevin Spacey. I was watching L.A. Confidential the
Yeah.
other day, and I kind of chuckled because I was like, "Oh shit, Kevin Spacey. Oh, he's probably murdered people."
Yeah, yeah, probably.
No. So I read that run. It's pretty good,
Yeah,
but I don't know a lot about the character. What's going to draw me in is the fact that it's Oscar Isaac.
sure, and that's cool because I'm like he's cool.
I like Oscar Isaac.
But yeah, I don't know. I was watching it and
I haven't seen the
can't
trailer for it.
oh,
So
see, I can't even tell. Well, here's the thing: I can't even tell you what happened. I was just watching it, and in my mind, I was just like, "This is like a night, but a moon night." And then I think that there was like an anti-moon night, a day night, if you will, a sun night. And then I started thinking,
that Dark Souls?
doesn't the moon just reflect this light from the sun? How do werewolves work? And then it was over.
Wow.
And I was like, wow, I cared so little about this. I got lost on a tangent about
wow,
werewolves.
you
in
really
my
went
brain.
into the weeds, man. You got this thing with fucking werewolves, man. We go to the goddamn deli, and you won't shut the fuck up about the
Okay.
goddamn.
Let me tell you about
No. We're not going to have this conversation. I'm just bringing up that you have a problem that you need to address. Don't smile like that, like you're going to keep talking about it after I shut up, because I'll just keep talking. All right, I'm done.
the beer wolf
God damn
doesn't
it.
make any sense. You need a silver bullet to kill a werewolf. So why would the beer wolf be the spokesperson for Coors Light? He can't even drink them. Or is it like Teen Wolf? But I didn't know. But how did Teen Wolf become? They never talk about. His dad was just like, I remember my werewolf phase. But what made him? What triggered the transformation? Is it like a Teen Wolf situation where he drinks a silver bullet and then he becomes the beer wolf? And if so, it was just a weird marketing decision.
This is, by the way, this is just like your typical pub sign. It's a wolf with a kerchief and like a fucking
A trucker Coors Light
fucking trucker's Coors Light hat. I always thought it was a fucking conductor's hat.
hat. Maybe.
Might be. I don't remember. But
It's a
and
silver
then it
bullet
just
train?
it's just the fucking shut up. And then
There's a train. No, remember there's the silver bullet train in the new marketing. It cuts through the
Oh
ice.
god, yeah. Yeah, it's the Snowpiercer.
It's the Snowpiercer.
No, it's just the head of this cartoon wolf, a la, Wile E. Coyote, or pick your anthropomorphic.
Anthropomorphic
And he
sexy
has,
candy.
and he has, ew, gross. And he has added this entire lore to the head of what could essentially just be Disney's The Big Bad Wolf, who enjoys a Coors Light after trying to murder pigs.
There's a lot of layers. Like I said,
There's no layers.
the mental gymnastics of why the beer wolf would like silver bullet. Get it? Silver bullets synonymous
I get
with.
it. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So they're like, oh, he's a beer wolf. And I'm like, well, but why does he endorse silver bullets? He should be telling people not to do. It's like Chick-fil-A. They have the cows saying to eat chicken, right?
Yeah.
He should be like, the beer wolf. It's like the fucking, they had what was it called? The
my
Bud
God.
Night, right?
Oh,
and then
God,
Miller
yeah.
Lite came and did shit making fun of the beer night.
Yeah.
I'm saying the marketing's weird, and the lore and the mental gymnastics to figure out what the beer wolf situation
I think
is.
no one said no. For one thing, it's not called the Beer Wolf. You named it that.
No, it says beer wolf.
It does not.
It does.
You're gonna have to. Okay, you know what? We're gonna go right now. Pause the recording.
It says beer wolf.
I've
Whether on
never-
his hat or I don't know. Somewhere it says beer
I
wolf.
think that you've read Beer Wolf.
No.
I don't think that it reads Beer Wolf.
It's beer. Hang on. Let me pull this up. I refuse to be gaslit in your apartment.
I'm not gaslighting you. You're out of your mind.
Okay, hang on.
I refuse to be gaslit.
Yeah, the Coors Light beer wolf. There he is. Oh, dude, they even had tap handles. Yeah, look. It says Coors Light on the top of his hat, and then the bill says Beer Wolf. Yeah, you have to come over here. It says Beer Wolf there, and then...
The handle's kind of cool.
Yeah, see? Beer Wolf.
All right. right.
Oh, there's even commercials with the Beer Wolf. Maybe I can learn everything I wanted to know from that.
Oh my God, Brian. It's just the
Here's the actual picture, by the way. This is the one that's on the mirror.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a trucker
And it says
hat.
Beer Wolf. Yeah.
Okay, it does say. Okay, fine.
I'm not just making things up. Other than everything associated with it.
You're reading way too much. Maybe it's just a Timberwolf.
Oh, here's the mirror itself, actually. There it is. Maybe I'll throw this. I'll probably put this picture in the
Twitter.
the thing. I'll throw it on Twitter. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, no. Throw it on the center shot. We can get sued by Coors Light.
Yeah, dude, for that very, very, very profitable IP of the Beer Wolf. What are we even talking? Oh, yeah. No, it's just,
no.
Yeah,
You went
werewolves.
on like a deep dive. Like I thought I loved werewolves. Then I started hanging out with you.
I'm just saying, that's how uninterested I was. While actively watching a thing, my brain was thinking about the Beer Wolf instead of figuring out what's up with Moon Knight. So I'm just
Doesn't
like,
the moon reflect the light of the sun? How do werewolves work?
yeah, right? Like why? Like, yeah, why can vampires go out at night? Is because it's just less intense. You know?
Yeah. Wow, dude. Watch Blade, okay?
You're right. I have never seen Blade.
You've never seen any of the Blade?
I haven't seen any Blade.
Bro, we're going to have a
Dude, we
Blade
should do
night.
classic catch up on Blade.
Oh.
We only have 6 more episodes to do before we can do that. And we're chugging right along on those.
All right, you know what? Fucking, I'm just going to buy the Wrath of Khan and make you watch it before you go down tonight.
I think it's on several streaming services.
I think it's back on Hulu.
Or they pulled them all off to throw them on Paramount Plus. Who knows?
Oh God. They
anyway.
fucking would.
They will. Oh yeah, they definitely.
Yeah, no,
would.
I should just show you
Bro,
the Blade trilogy.
I watched.
trilogy.
Oh God, I'm going to tell you this. I watched. Have you heard of the movie Blended with Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore? It also has.
I never told you this.
What?
But I've seen the movie Blended.
You've seen it, right?
It's really. I don't remember most of it, but it's really fucking bad.
Okay. Not only did I watch that movie, I watched it on MTV. That movie has a runtime of. I have to get this correct. It has a runtime of 1 hour and 57 minutes. So it's actually not as bad as I thought. And they stretched it out.
That's still too long.
They stretched it out over 3 hours with commercials. And the only commercials they played, were for their other networks or Paramount Plus stuff.
Oh shit.
So they like are. I'm like, where are
so
they?
what? Are you watching Paramount Plus?
So no, I was watching this on cable like an idiot. But I'm saying like they're not even selling ads to like toothpaste companies. They're just like, no, all of our money, we're banking it all on Paramount Plus.
Wow.
All they did was advertise Paramount Plus or their other shows and other networks. Everything was in the Viacom bubble. I did not see an ad for anything else. So I kept watching the same stupid Star Trek Discovery, Lower Decks, Prodigy,
Picard.
fucking the South Park special. This just over and over and over and over again. So you're not wrong. They're probably trying to pull everything off of any other service because they have so much shit, and I've never once been like, damn, I should get Paramount Plus. There's been not one thing to make me think I need to have that.
Oh my God. No, dude, I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, there's nothing on Paramount Plus that I would be remotely interested in watching ever.
Yeah.
Other
than the South Park
the
shit,
one thing
like-
the one thing that sucks about all this, and it's Netflix's fault. Well,
It is.
It's
It
our
is,
fault.
which I think almost costs
Netflix's
$20
fault, but it's
now.
also our fault because we were just like, fuck cable streaming, and now it's exactly what I figured it was going to be, where you gotta pay for fucking cable.
Having every single network, you could probably watch every broadcast thing live, plus everything on demand, plus have a bunch of like exclusive shit. But I guarantee it's going to cost more than just a basic cable plan.
Yeah.
Fuck.
No, and even through Amazon Prime, I'm noticing that it's starting to seep in because, like, I bought a lot of movies digitally on Amazon Prime, and now it's just like there's no purchase option on some things. It's just like, oh, you can do that with your Paramount subscription, and then you can like do your Paramount subscription through Amazon.
Because they want you to do it through your Amazon Pay, because now they get a cut of that subscription.
And I'm just like, no, like no, I use you most of the time because I can watch everything.
Yeah, man. I don't know where I was going with that, but yes, we're talking about Star Trek. I'm sure if they're not on anything right now, it's because they've all got pulled.
We'll check before you go down. We'll watch Wrath of Khan.
I've seen Wrath of Khan for the record, but we do need a refresher before we go into the.
I've seen Wrath of Khan like 1,000,000 times.
But we should watch Blade just for fun.
Yeah, we'll watch all 3 Blades.
Isn't there a 4th Blade?
Not yet.
Okay,
that's coming.
Oh, with Mahershala?
Yeah, Mahershala Ali.
Yeah.
A little weirded out by that. I was kind of hoping to see Wesley come back. But
maybe he'll make an appearance.
I know, right? He'll be the old man that's teaching the new Blade, the new Blade ways. I think there's only ever been one Blade.
One Blade.
I don't think he's a legacy.
Yeah. Anyway, well, that's Disney and just me. First of all, I hate the app. It hasn't gotten any better.
Oh, the app is terrible.
It's never gotten any better. How is this possible?
I don't know.
Dude, around Halloween,
Amazon Prime hasn't gotten any better either. So
no, you're
and I think it's set up with the same almost exact UI. So
around Halloween, I was like, I want to watch all the Treehouse of Horror Simpsons up to a point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, I wonder if they have a collection, because like Hulu will do that, or like, Singing with the Belchers or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, they do have that. Here's the problem. I would press play, and it would play the episode, and then instead of playing the next thing in the collection,
Horrors,
it just plays the next episode in that season. And then I have to then I press back.
Dude,
and it doesn't take me back to the collection. It takes me back to that season of the show. Then I have to go back, find the collection again, or just go to the next season and find it myself.
Oh my God. Well, dude, if the track record, it sounds like the track record holds up, because they don't give a shit about The Simpsons.
Right. But I would imagine it works with every collection they had on there.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. Well, I mean, even their own shows, because like I got a little curious, wanted to watch some old cartoons I watched from like Disney Afternoon and Saturday morning cartoons and whatnot, and like they put them on in air order instead of like the order that like they're supposed to be in and stuff. So it's like you'll get an episode that's like 20 The X-Men was that way for the longest time. Like you'd get part 2 of part 1, which you haven't seen, because according to their lineup, part 1 is 6 episodes away. And it's like, what, did you not organize any of this?
At least, okay.
At least their own
I'm just going to say,
shows.
I was going to say, what's worse? Because Hulu still hasn't fixed the thing where, like, if I want to watch Futurama over and over and over again, I'm going to go back and then it's going to play the episode that I started, and then it's going to play the last 10 seconds of the next episode over and over and over and over again.
I know.
And I don't know how to just be like, unwatched, like have these all be unwatched, labeled unwatched.
I know, right?
What the fuck?
You can't even do that on Netflix, though.
True. You can't do shit on anything.
No.
Streaming
apps
even
are
in the
stupid.
future,
Let's go back to
nothing works.
cable.
Yeah.
Even in the future, nothing works.
So, anyway, but let's talk about the last thing that we both talked a lot of shit about, but I kind of turned a corner on.
I did as well.
But a lot of our early gripes are still valid. But
yes.
I turned a corner on it overall, and that is Hawkeye.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Hawkeye. We got something else to talk about, too. But right now, it's the Eye of the Hawk.
Absolutely.
Indeed. Ryan.
Which I'm...
Hmm?
No.
Hmm?
Nope. You're doing the lead-in.
Ryan, what did you think of the Hawkeye?
I thought it was pretty fun. By the end of it, I was like, that was fun. They did some good cinematography with a couple of bits. They did a very bad job of introducing the new character who's going to be Hawkeye.
Kate Bishop, yeah. She is the least Hawkeye I've ever seen. She did stuff in the last 2 episodes.
Yeah.
I mean, we were really good. We know she knows how to use a cell phone.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and she knows how to pick a lock,
Yes.
kind of, depending on the plot. But she's also really bad at fighting, really bad at sneaking around. And not even
And
like,
it's not even like, and then she learns her lesson and he gives her tips or whatever.
And it's not even like she's gonna do it her own way and she's headstrong and she bashes in a door or something like that. No, she bumbles around and gets in trouble. You know?
Yeah, yeah. No, for sure.
No, and I like Kate Bishop a lot, but this Kate Bishop is terrible.
Yeah, and like their relationship grew, and I liked the two of them interacting as characters.
The Christmas party was really cool, where she gave him the Christmas that he was supposed to have with his kids.
But they just by the end of it, I was like, so are we not replacing Hawkeye, or are there going to be two Hawkeyes because she hasn't learned anything? I'm like, or are we getting another season of this, which is more likely, I guess.
I might watch another season of it. As long as it stays grounded like this one was, where it's, street level stuff.
Yeah. It was enjoyable. The plot crawled in the first few episodes.
Oh god.
And then
I think it was episode 3 when I was like, maybe. And then episode 4 I was like, okay. And episode 5 I was like, all right. I mean, and it's only a 6-episode show.
Yeah, so that's a problem for sure.
That was a big problem.
But I had a bunch of questions, and I was like, and then some of the misdirection started showing up.
Yeah.
You started to be like, I don't fucking trust that guy. We just forgot the police even wanted to talk to her.
Right? They just dropped that plot line.
Yeah.
She was just like, I gotta go. And then he's like, hey, you're not answering my phone calls.
People started sharing information, and I was like, okay. Yeah. My big gripes with the first few episodes are gone. I'm finding this kind of fun. Yeah, it was all right.
I was not very impressed by Echo. I thought she was really underwhelming.
What are you talking about? She killed the Kingpin. Spoiler alert.
We don't know. We didn't see it. You don't see a body. You don't know if he's dead.
Oh, true. Maybe she just was
He took an arrow to the chest and kept coming.
Maybe she pulled a I think it was in Baby Driver as well. But maybe she pulled the Baby Driver thing of just like shot by his ears. She's like, now you're deaf like me, bitch.
Yeah, right. Well, I know when she did it in the comics, it blinded him.
Oh, okay. Sure, it's Kingpin. He's going to come back and be like, I'm really big and strong, and that's how I was able to withstand a bullet to my face.
Yeah, that was a weird thing because I just finished season 3 of Daredevil. Mm-hmm. It was really fucking good. I like it. The first half of season 2 with Punisher is great. The second half with Elektra and the hand and everything is a little. I like it, but it's fucking weird. Season 3 is a kind of return to form and everything, and it's kind of hard watching. It's depressing. Pretty much the entire season. It's fucked up. But so like having seen Kingpin in Hawkeye, I was thinking there was going to be maybe some kind of explanation. There is not.
No.
I mean, he does fuck up a dude. Fucking snaps his spine on a wall. It's pretty fucking sick. And when he and this is the thing that I was just like, oh, okay, so he is in fact just a normal dude because he's fighting Daredevil. And he fucking swings on and misses and punches a brick wall. And there's a huge crater where he punches it. But he's like, ah! And his hand's all fucked up. And I was just like, all right. So he's a little more durable, but he's not taking an arrow to the chest kind of durable.
Yeah.
I looked that up and people are like, oh, well, everything's armored on him. So the shirt was probably armored. And I was like, no, that thing went into his body and he pulled it out.
Yeah, right. Because I thought the same thing too. I was like, oh yeah, he wears that armor or whatever. The one thing I remember from Daredevil, other than I don't like it,
I did,
and I don't. It's not. The show was good. The first season I really liked, and the second season I was like, no, thank you. Daredevil as a character, not for me.
It's because you're just not strong enough.
Yeah. And that's fine. I wish I would bail on things more. This is one exception where I'm just
See,
like,
it's funny,
this got better.
That's the opposite of me. Like, I'm trying not to bail on everything, where I'm just like, I've watched 2 episodes of this. Fuck this. So I'm trying to stick it out with a lot more stuff.
If I'm not getting a lot of recommendation, which I guess the entire internet and yourself are saying it's good, but if I'm not getting a lot of like real, like, I really think you would like it, or like you don't have to stick it out too long, or there's a big change.
Yeah, well, I'm never going to be that guy that's just like, oh, yeah, the first 2 seasons are shit. You got to come in during the 3rd season.
Yeah, it's like,
fuck that. I mean, I kind of did that with Bob's, but I think I said there's funny enough episodes in the first season that you'll see what's going to happen, and then it gets better from there. Like, immediately better from there.
That show gets better like halfway through its first season. Like those first few episodes, it's got that every character has their thing and they're throwing it in your face at every moment they get it. And then they settle into their characters as it goes on.
When Bob starts driving the taxi, that's probably the one that won me over on the show, because that episode's so fucking funny. I think that's the second or 3rd episode too.
Yeah.
Fucking that episode just kills me still. But no, dude, I'm never gonna be that guy that's just like, oh no, hang in there till season 5.
Yeah, and even if it
Fuck
was,
you.
and there's a big difference between like Bob's Burgers. Like, you could just be like,
Yeah.
sure, go in and watch the 3rd season. The first 2 are not
Yeah,
that good.
you can-
and then if I like the show, I can go back because it's episodic.
Yeah, see, and that's the other thing that I was gonna bring up is like, I really would love to see a return to the episodic formula, and I don't know why we decided that everything has to have like one solid story for 8 seasons or whatever, that you can't just pick it up and be like, oh, this is pretty cool, because you pick up a show of this stuff now and it's like, I have no idea what the fuck's going on now.
Everybody wants to be the new Mad Men or the new Breaking Bad or the new
Game
whatever.
of Thrones and Lost
it's like,
and Battlestar Galactica.
yeah, like. And that's fine. There's a market for that. There are people that do nothing but watch this type of shit.
See, and like X-Files had a big overarching story and everything, but like you could just plop into season 4 of X-Files at any point and be like, yo, this shit's crazy.
And they couldn't do that shit back in the day because like you had to be able to miss an episode and then come back. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and then you're just like, I guess I wait till these come out on VHS. Like, to see that episode.
Oh yeah, I gotta wait for the box set.
And that's why they did previously on. And if you missed an episode, they'll show you the important bits from that episode that you're going to need context going into this episode. So yeah, there's an overarching story, but they were still episodic. X-Files is a very good example of that. And again, it existed in a time where you weren't like if you people are going to miss an episode and they knew that because you didn't have a DVR.
Well, that's the thing is it's just like we don't live in those days anymore, and now it seems like there's like people got nothing to do, and I don't mean like the situation that we are in society right
just
now.
In general,
I feel like
people binge.
That's
their weekend. This would be somebody's weekend.
Once Netflix started doing digital stuff is when everything kind of.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, Netflix started it all, and like
with Breaking Bad, because Breaking Bad people were ignoring. That show was gonna get canceled, and then they put it on Netflix, and everybody was like, "Yo, Breaking Bad,"
Yeah. Yeah, man. Hawkeye, am I right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Back to Hawkeye. I liked Jeremy Renner a lot in the show. I remember I said I don't think he's getting what I wanted because I wanted. He
didn't get enough jobs.
Yeah, he was
Steve Jobs.
Yeah. To reference an old joke that I made that I should be ashamed of, and I'm not. No, he was really great. Really kind of carries a lot. Really kind of carries a lot that Haley Steinfeld just drops.
Yeah,
and that's the. I guess that's the gamble you take when you start bringing in some younger faces. Is not
I mean, she's a good actress though. So it's decent. Just the writing. You know what I mean? They definitely wrote her like shit. The
writing
or direction or whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
I guess you could blame her performance, but like. It's what she did. It was less of her personality because I was like, there was aspects of her being like a fucking child, and there was aspects where like she was being kind of reasonable and like you said, like she's got, she's dumb and just is like, I'm gonna do what's right, and it's like
the episode that I thought she was really good in was the one after he tells her to go home. It's over after she almost dies because Elena's there now, and her scene with Elena was really good.
Mm-hmm.
I really like Florence Pugh.
Yeah,
she is really, really good because that scene was uncomfortable, you know. But I liked her bit with Hawkeye too. After they beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
And then like I do still think it's kind of weird that he's like, no, trust me, like she died a hero, and she's like, oh, you know, I believe you, and it's like. He's literally not, maybe because he hasn't changed his story the whole time, but it's just like you'd think she'd be like, I want to see a body or something, you know? It's anyway.
He's like, I'm fresh out of spaceship.
No,
Sorry.
the one, I think it was the same one. Fucking where mom's like patching her up and everything, and you know she's just she finally gets it because the whole time like I was kind of like I get it, she's a spoiled kid.
Yeah.
That was just like, I can do anything. I won the All Valley under 18 tournament.
Yes.
You know, we got to talk about
I was
that
gonna
too.
say,
we got to talk about that.
we might as well
one, too.
throw that in because we already discussed. We don't need.
Are we just trying not to talk about Matrix Resurrections?
No, I do want to talk about Matrix
Okay,
Resurrection.
okay.
I do.
Okay,
For
we'll
a
get to
second,
Cobra
there,
Kai.
I was like, maybe you're right, but I'm like, no, I have things to say.
Okay, well, we'll get to Cobra Kai at another point. It's fucking good.
But again,
Check
we
it out.
talked about it. We don't have to explain why it's awesome. It just is.
No, Brian, it's karate time. Fucking love that show. Yeah, but we can still talk. We talked about the other two seasons.
True. Yeah, that's true.
No, she's patching her up and everything, and I think she realizes the real seriousness of the situation she's in. You know, she's heartbroken and that was the thing that I liked too, was Hawkeye's always been kind of treated as the other of Indy. I'm here too kind of guy. And I thought it was a cool moment when she told him how inspiring it was to see him jump off a building with just a bow and arrow. And she was just like, that was awesome. You know, and I was just like, thank you, because that's what I feel, you know. Yeah, I thought that was great. But yeah, she was really good in that scene, I think, where she was just like, yo, this shit's fucked.
Yeah, and like they did a thing where they're like, de-escalate, like he's trying to fix the problem. He's like, it's more, street level, down to earth. Like he's trying not to get in any trouble, and he's trying to do his best to like fix the situation. Then at a certain point, it becomes obvious that like, fuck it. And then he's like, we got trick arrows. We're going to do bullshit.
That car chase was really cool.
Yeah. We're partner. The car chase was awesome. We're partners. Let's hang out. Whatever.
Let's chill.
Yeah.
Huh?
Let's
what
chill.
are you doing tonight?
Like, and then it becomes kind of goofier. Like, dude, the boyfriend that was like, that she framed, which was a good little twist. And he's just like, cool, my time to shine. And again, he's not a bad guy at all. He didn't do anything. He did not kill his uncle.
It's so
he
funny.
just starts stabbing people, and it's amazing.
Dude. He was great. Everybody kind of gets their due in the last episode. No, he was just fucking knifing dudes left and right. He was just like, ha.
Yeah, and then he's like talking to the cops. He's like, yeah, stabbing him.
Yeah, fucking got him. Yeah, no, it was so funny. The whole time I was like, wait a minute, was Swordsman ever a bad guy, or was he just a shitty Avenger that everybody made fun of? Because I remember... It's kind of a comic book meme that goes around the internet of how in the first issue, I think he showed up, he literally jumps across rooftops using his sword blade.
Nice.
Like he does flips and lands on the sword blade and it bends and
Boing.
it flings him.
Yeah,
Comics are fun.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And everybody bitches because the movies are too goofy sometimes. And I'm just like, swordsman.
Yeah.
That's not how a sword works.
Yeah. Like we were talking about the last episode. Like, bring in Stiltman. Fuck it.
Oh, definitely bring in Stiltman, dude.
Yeah.
They teased him, but Daredevil takes itself so goddamn serious. There's no way we're going to see Stiltman. Yeah, bring in Paste Pop Pete or fucking the goddamn Condiment King.
Condiment King. Pretty cool.
Condiment King is fantastic. I feel like if I was a Batman villain, it would be me. I'd be a hot sauce bro. Stings the Basco.
I read an article, or at least a headline in like the whatever. What the fuck do you call the thing? The little descriptor under the headline. What's that called?
The blurb.
Yeah, the blurb. Whatever. I read a headline and a blurb the other day. It was just like One Punch Man versus Batman. Sure, One Punch Man has always killed people with one punch, but he's never faced the Dark Knight.
Oh my god.
And I was like, I'm glad this is the world we live in.
Oh my god. I remember when you used to have to buy Wizard magazine for matchups like that. And they would have detailed reasons. You know, the fight would be well thought out. Now I find that on Reddit and I'm like, you're a loser.
Anyway, I was thinking of goofy villains, and of course Batman came to mind. I'm sorry.
You just gotta burn me.
I mean, Batman, Spider-Man, that's their whole thing, right?
Pretty much. Yeah. No, I've said it before. Like, you don't deserve an Oscar when your main characters are dressed up like a bat and you're punching a clown to death. Take that.
I had a stupid joke in my head the other day, Josh. I keep going off track. It's a Batman again. I was like, dude, the Batman is coming out here pretty soon.
Very excited.
And I was just like, you know, it's not like high cinema or anything, but like I'm not also the guy who's going to be like, turn my nose up at it. Like we talk about tons of comic book films here.
Oh yeah, and we watch a lot of crap.
I'm just like, yeah, dude, shit's going again. I was getting pumped up again, like I've been doing lately. And then I was just like, yeah, you know, it's not like it doesn't hold the prestige as much as fucking Christopher Nolan wants it to. And then I was like, the prestige. Like the prestige. And then I was like, wait, did Christopher Nolan direct the Prestige?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, that's all I wanted to say. You were talking about Oscars. So.
Shame on you.
Yeah.
No, I fucking forgot where I was going with that.
You were talking about we couldn't remember if Swordsman was.
I couldn't remember if Swordsman was a bad guy or not, and then I was like, nah, he was just a straight up fucking good guy. Are they? Oh, and then I was like, well, Marvel's been flipping the script on some of these dudes, so maybe. And then at the end, he's just like, ha for justice, you know. And I'm like, all right, okay, here he is, dude.
Cool, nice.
He's just super fucking corny. I love him. You know?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I love that he was. Genuinely,
but I do believe that he was some kind of con man, maybe some kind of low level.
No, of course, I think he was marrying her for her money, but he didn't know that he was being set up.
Yeah, no, he had nothing to do with any of that, and she was fucking framing his ass. Yeah, her mom's a bitch.
Yeah. No, I did like the ending.
And
where
she
it's just
was
like,
really good in that scene. Yeah, the mom was great.
To jail on Christmas, and she's like, "Sorry, bitch."
Yeah, right. She was like, "Yeah, you broke the goddamn law," and I was like, "Kate Bishop's learned justice."
Yeah. That's
Bishop
really
has gained the power of self-respect.
Exactly. Like that's all I can really say about the show. Is I'm like, I thought it might be bad. Everything started to come together in a pretty satisfying way, and then it had like a fun. It just was fun and kind of just ended, and I was like, okay, cool.
It's simultaneously one of the worst origin stories I've ever watched, and one of the good ones, because like by the end of it, she's definitely learned a thing or two.
It was a little bit of a throwback. It felt more 2000s superhero
it
origin
really
movie.
Did. Yeah. And I like that it was stretched out over the episodes and stuff, because like you watch a 2-hour one of those and you're just like, oh, Daredevil sucks.
Yeah, like they barely can understand their powers, and then it's like, here's fucking Doom. Let's kill him. A huge battle. Like, dude, fuck off with this shit. It wasn't like, but it was kind of like that.
It was.
But at least they established she was a good archer, even if they didn't show it very much, you know, despite her claiming it all the time.
Yeah, like we saw her do a couple good things and stuff. I did like watching her she uses the little bottle cap trick and everything. And I did like it when she did it, and the bottle cap is like, it's a twist off, so it doesn't fucking work right. And she like flicks it and it just kind of goes, bleh. But no, that was dope. And like having finished the show the same day I watched No One's at Home, Spider-Man.
Oh yeah,
No Way Home.
There
No Way Home.
Yeah.
Having watching that the same day I watched No Way Home. I was just like, yo, shit, this shit is still alive. It's still Charlie Cox. It's still Vincent D'Onofrio.
Yeah.
This is good. I'm
No,
glad.
I will say that is good that they didn't just like let that go to just die.
No, and I know that they had announced something a while back, but I didn't know like how they were going to go about doing it. And I mean, if we don't really get much more, but we know that they exist in the universe for the time being, I'm fine with that. Take your time. I don't need Daredevil again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In the back of your mind, you're like, it's good to know they're just out there doing their thing.
Yeah, that they still exist in this world. Kingpin's still a huge piece of shit.
Yeah.
Matt's just out there being a lawyer for dipshit kids. Cool. Hawkeye was better. It was a surprisingly better time than I thought I was gonna.
Yeah, and it's kind of nice, like, you know, the whole Ronin thing. It's kind of nice for them to be like, he does pay a little bit for that. Like, he's constantly worried about the safety of him and his family, and apparently Linda Cardellini was like
she was a
shield
agent. Yeah, no, I thought that was funny because there were so many stupid fucking rumors about whose Rolex that was and what it has, and it's just her fucking
it's
watch.
just her watch, but it's like she got it from Shield.
Yeah. It was like her retirement or something like that. Yeah.
So it's like, cool. Yeah, you know, they were worried about things and this coming back, and, you know, Kingpin was involved, and cool. All right. Yeah. Nice. Cool. Wrap that shit up, I guess.
I like how they built to Kingpin too, because they talk about the big man earlier, but the big man can mean so many things.
Sure.
And then, like, I think the one that really got me was when they went to the used car lot, and it was Fat Man Auto, and I was just like, all right. I was like, Fisk is coming. Okay.
Yeah.
It's funny that was the one that got me, but because like that's not a thing as far as I know. Fucking Fat Man Auto I've never heard of like Fisk selling used cars and stuff like that. But for some odd reason, the way they'd been talking and the fact that they went to
like it was a little wink.
Fat Man Auto. I was just like, Kingpin, you son of a bitch. And then the question was, is it still going to be Vincent D'Onofrio? Yeah. I don't know who else they would fucking cast for that role because he's so good at being Kingpin. The scene with him and her mom was really fucking good.
Yeah.
Like the fact that he tells her, like, do you have any idea what happens after this? Like, I have to take choice. I have to. You don't make me do this.
Yeah, no, I really, I did like his dialogue and through all that. He's just like, yeah, you're right. It has been great, which is making me wonder what we're talking about.
Yeah, why
here.
are we doing this? Yeah. And she's just like, we got to part ways. And he's just like, do you know what's gonna happen?
She's like, I've got security, and he's like, I'll just show up at your car and like break your face.
Yeah, right.
Or whatever.
Pick your car up and throw it.
Yeah.
Because I can do that now. Because I can do that now.
Yeah.
I've been working on my Kingpin.
Nice. Keep working.
When I'm up here,
just kidding. It was good. It was
by yourself. Yeah. No, just sitting up here watching Daredevil alone, repeating his lines. Where's my wife?
It's pretty good.
It's all right.
It's pretty good.
No one can do that like Vincent D'Onofrio. Anytime he can do a wacky voice.
Oh my God. I was about to ask, I was like, did they do like a tease at the end of Hawkeye? And I forgot. There was not a tease, but they did show the song, the number from the musical in its entirety, which again made me question, am I supposed to think that this is dumb and funny, or if I was a real into musical theater person, would I be like, no wonder they wanted to show this. It's great.
I have a theory about it, and I think we're supposed to laugh at how bad it is.
Okay.
That's because it's very in line with like the Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, the Nice Guys, Shane Black stuff.
Yeah.
And he does dumb shit like that all the fucking time. So I kind of figured that it's supposed to be like it's a bad show, but it's getting rave reviews because
or it's like
about
a commentary where it's like, that's what Broadway musical are now. It's just all the production and all the nonsense, but it's still just kind of goofy and stupid.
It kind of felt like they were taking shots at like Hamilton.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I mean, it is called Rogers.
True. Yeah, maybe. That's why I won't watch Tick Tick Boom. Is that the name of the?
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of reasons I wouldn't watch.
I kind of want to watch it, but
it's just because you're into that Andrew Garfield right now.
Oh,
You know
Andrew Garfield's so.
You know
hot
what I
right
was
now.
thinking, dude. Chris Pratt, no, Andrew Garfield to play Garfield. Still comes from Marvel.
It's got a better connection,
right? Yeah, I mean, dude, and think about it. Fuck, what's his name? The guy who made fucking, was it American Beauty? I don't remember. Fucking no, not American Beauty. I'm thinking of the fucking Joseph Gordon-Levitt movie. The director of that directed The Amazing Spider-Man, right?
Is that about Mark Webb?
Mark Webb. I was like, Mark Webb.
500 Days of Summer.
Yeah. I'm like, Mark Webb because it's funny.
American Beauty?
Sorry, I was thinking of American Beauty because that's Sam Mendes. He made He made Skyfall. And stuff.
Yeah.
I was thinking of two movies where they directed something completely different later. It doesn't matter. Fucking, they got Webb to do Spider-Man because his name's Webb, and I was like, now you get Andrew Garfield to do Garfield.
Because his name's Garfield. Quick
and
question,
then that
though.
Yeah.
Who would you rather do Mario?
Legitimate
question.
I would rather Mario not have extensive dialogue and just have the original voice actor do the things, and things should just be happening around Mario. That's probably what I would have tried to do, but you got to have a star. So I don't know, fucking Chris Pratt. I don't care.
Okay,
like it's funny to make fun of.
I was just wondering. Yeah, it's very funny to make fun
because it's like, of course, man, like of course. But like, I'm not that mad about it. You got to remember Emmett and by extension Rex Dangervest. His past will shock you.
Yes.
Or some of my favorite animated characters. Chris Pratt did those voices, so it's like you're not.
But it was just Chris Pratt's.
Yeah,
voice
but it's just Chris Pratt's voice.
Yeah.
So. Do I think if he does that for Mario, it's going to be good? No.
I was going to say, do you think he's going to come out and be like, it's me, Chris Pratt?
Oh, God. Yeah. I think that's exactly what's going to happen. And it's going to be bad, but like Jack Black's going to do a good job. Donkey Kong's going to suck.
Which one's Donkey Kong? Seth Rogen?
Seth Rogen. Yeah.
I feel like that was the only one that I was like, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
I don't know, but like, why does Donkey Kong talk?
He talked in the cartoon.
I know, but like, wasn't that like dude? I don't know a lot about the cartoon.
It
Only from the Donkey videos do I know anything about it.
It is truly awful.
So, dude,
I think my nephew asked to stop watching it at one point. Nice. Where he's like, "Can we not watch this anymore?"
Nice, but for Mario, it's like, I don't know. I guess get a professional voice actor.
Yeah,
like if his original voice actor is not going to cut it because he just goes wahoo and it's me Mario and he can't do like real dialogue,
Yahoo!
Then like find somebody who's known for voice acting to do a voice for it. Don't just be like, he's fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know what I mean?
Like it's me, Mario.
Yeah, like why? Because I mean that was the joke with the goggles, they do nothing.
Oh yeah, fucking radioactive
man. Yeah. So
the goggles, they do nothing.
So Chris Pratt, why the fuck not? Yeah. Who you were gonna get somebody who doesn't do voices in anyway.
I would like to get. Is it John DiMaggio that does Bender?
Yeah, John DiMaggio would be an okay choice.
Bender, but do the Bender voice.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They could have got somebody who's known for doing animated voice acting, but they didn't, and they never were going to.
No.
So, Chris Pratt, why the fuck not?
Yeah.
Except for everybody hates him now.
Who's doing Luigi? Yeah, well,
Charlie Day. Which, like, okay, yeah. Fucking scaredy cat.
I would rather see Charlie Day as Toad.
Yeah, Keegan-Michael Key is doing Toad, which is weird.
Yeah,
that's not. I don't feel like that fits.
I was taking Keegan-Michael Key as Luigi.
Yeah, right. I'm kind of like, yeah. I feel like you'll flip those, but whatever.
That's how I felt when Guardians came out, and I was like, no, Bradley Cooper should play Star-Lord. You know?
Yeah, it's like Anya Taylor-Joy's doing Peach,
Princess
right?
Peach, yeah,
and then Yeah. That's who I know off the top of my head. But, yeah. What the fuck was I talking about?
We were talking about Hawkeye.
Yeah. Hawkeye, yeah, it's fine. It's good.
It's good.
It's good. It's a good one. We have more to talk about.
We do.
What do you want to talk about first?
You want to talk about Matrix regurgitation?
Nah, I don't think so. So
no,
just kidding. Just kidding. Yes, we will talk.
You
about
have played me for a fool for the last time, Ryan. You've made a powerful enemy.
Matrix Resurrections. Josh, what did you think of the movie? What?
No, I talked a little bit with you about this the other day. I don't like it
Yeah.
at all. I don't. I don't have the adamant hate that I've seen people have, but I really, really, really don't like that movie. I was waiting the entire time for why.
Mm-hmm.
And Lana Wachowski was too busy being like, oh, they made me do it. No, they didn't. No one made you do it. They said, we're going to do it without you. And you were like, oh, I got to get involved. And then you half-assed it the whole time. If you didn't want to do it, don't fucking do it. Let them do whatever the fuck bullshit they're going to do. This was your guys' only good movie. And you're fucking...
Yeah, which I was going to challenge you on that.
Were you?
No, remember, I was going to challenge you on that when you said that the other night. And then I went, yeah, you're probably right. Although I said Reloaded. I'll stand up for Reloaded.
Yeah, I'll stand up for Reloaded. I might even stand up for Revelations of it. Revolution.
Revolution. I don't remember.
Fucking...
There's
some good stuff in the third one. There's just not enough of it, and it's too much wacky stupidity, and it ends in a Dragon Ball Z fight, which I'm okay with.
Yeah, agreed. But, and I would have dared to say I liked this movie if it could have even lived up to that third one.
Yeah.
However, it wanted to really badly.
Yeah.
It had a couple of ideas that made me go, okay. And then when I got into the meat and potatoes,
it doesn't.
I was
hold
like,
up.
It doesn't add fucking anything to the Matrix whatsoever.
It doesn't even do you the courtesy of having incredible fight scenes.
No.
And the fight choreographer, also Keanu Reeves' stunt double, also the director of all 3 fucking John Wick movies,
correct,
plays Trinity's husband in the movie.
Yeah.
Where was he on all this?
I guess they couldn't afford him anymore.
Maybe those fight scenes are super dope. They were just edited like shit because she was throwing a temper tantrum.
Maybe, who knows? Like I didn't read all the credits. I haven't looked too far into it, but
I watched it the one time and fucking never went back.
I watched it twice. Once we were up here just doing whatever, kind of bullshitting.
Yeah.
Then I watched it again, had headphones on, trying to pay attention to what the fuck's happening.
Yeah.
Now that I'm like, okay, I knew what to expect. I'm like, let me see if I'm getting anything out of this movie, because I recently watched the trilogy after having only seen the first one for 20 fucking years. Last year, I decided I'm watching the second and the third, and I was like, why has everybody been lying to me?
That's why I went and rewatched the other 2, because I wanted to be in line with it.
But I was like, why is everybody lying to me? These movies are fucking, they're not the first one.
No.
The first one is a standalone cool movie. These don't ruin it by any stretch. They're just fucking stupid fun, and they have a bunch of cool ideas that like kind of go nowhere, but you don't care because it's stylish, it looks cool, and it makes you go, whoa.
They doubled down way too much on the fucking philosophy angle when it should have just been more kung fu.
I agree.
Because that car chase in the second one is really cool, especially when you find out they built like 5 miles of a fake highway.
Yeah. Until if you bring in inflation, until like Avengers Endgame, that was one of the most expensive movies to make
because they built that fucking
because of that fucking highway.
Carrie Ann Moss learned to ride motorcycles for that movie. Really fucking dope, dude. And the fight scenes are so fucking good. And the first one was all heady and trippy, and you had the cool fight scenes as well. And there's like the hero's journey, of course, and everything, you know. And it's the first one is so fucking good. It was for the time it came out so different.
Yeah. And it was a great just concept movie wrapped in a bow. Nice.
And the other two, the problem was bullet time was the cat was out of the bag with that, and that was their big thing. They invented it, and
they pioneered a lot of the technology, the crew, and whatever.
Yeah, and
they did it for the fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah,
like they set up those camera rigs for like the Super Bowl one of those years.
Yeah, and the issue was with the other two that it was way too long after. I think it wasn't a long time, but in like moviegoer years, we'd seen all the tricks that they had in even shittier movies. There was a fucking god awful Wesley Snipes movie where he's running down a hallway and they bullet time him getting shot in the ankle or something like that. It's fucking terrible. I don't even remember what fucking. I want to say Drop Zone, but I'm probably wrong. God, that movie was fucking terrible. I was listening to a podcast. We were talking about Drop Zone the other day. That's the big problem with those two, I think. And then the original lady that played the Oracle passing, and it makes sense. But like when you get the new Oracle, you're just like, you're not her.
Yeah, well, and she wasn't even really the Oracle.
No.
So. Okay, here's the deal. So everybody lied to me about those movies, right?
Yeah.
I watched them and I was like, these are cool. I'm into it. I got all these questions about the Matrix. So there's two ways of looking at this. I was like, I can't wait to like find out what dumb fucking thing they're going to do next. and there's little things to hold on to, right? They made another Matrix. You kind of find out this or that, but none of it makes a lot of sense. And that's usually not a problem. But like, it's not why even the characters in the movie act like, who cares? Like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and that's the thing is it's delving into the movie, behind the scenes and stuff. The Wachowskis didn't want to fucking do it at all. The other one, can't remember her name.
Lily.
Yeah. Lily said flat out no.
Yeah.
Lana decided to do it, and she didn't want to fucking do it, so she decided to do this meta joke through all of it where nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
And it's had the movie still been Matrix quality and had that meta to it, I would have given it a lot more leeway, but it doesn't. It looks like a made-for-TV movie. The color is so oversaturated. It's just
so okay. If they had, so I was on board with that, but it was when it became a joke, and less of like the whole like Warner Brothers dialogue and this and that. That was all like, okay, cool, whatever. That's like little things there.
Yeah.
But then when it became like literally listening to
the theme,
listening to people in a boardroom talk about what the Matrix is and this and this and that and all these bad ideas and them telling him what it is, that was like, ugh, this is fucking difficult to go through. I did like the idea of that. Sorry. They turned the Matrix. You're good. That they turned the Matrix into a thing to trivialize him into being like, not to think about the fucking Matrix of anything other than this piece of media that he's involved with.
Throwing him pills and stuff
like
that.
And I'm like, that's cool. That part, like, that is like the one and only thing from the meta narrative I hold on to.
Yeah.
And I also really like, because of all the idiots back in the day that were like, I'm in the Matrix, there is no spoon. And they freak out. Now there's this one being like, yeah, they're just telling you it's fiction. You're really trapped in the Matrix, bro.
My headcanon, a lot of people got fucked up over that, but I don't think anybody got fucked
But
up.
no, I'm sure not.
Well,
But
especially when you look at like its box office.
yeah, and
No
then when
one
it came to the
cared.
color of the movie, the color grading of the movie,
I know the end of the
wondered-
third one, the world of the Matrix looks like that, but this isn't that Matrix.
Well, I was gonna say I wondered if that was like a choice where like they were thinking like, yeah, this world looks that way because it's like you're living in a fucking
it's too
2021 era of like fucking you're watching Emily in Paris or some other fucking sitcom or some other straight to Netflix fucking cheaply shot thing. And I was like, I wonder if that was a choice. But then when the shit hits the fan, both characters know they're in the Matrix. They put the green tint on and the CGI, the effects, everything looked bad, the fight choreography. And I'm just like, I think I'm giving it too much credit. And I think that's what a lot of people were doing that were really into the idea of the meta narrative.
Yeah.
They're giving it way too much credit because other than that one aspect of like, that's a good way to keep him in check, everything else about it was just like, this is dumb.
Yeah.
And then we break from that, right? He gets out of the Matrix eventually, finally. Like, cool. Like, now let's find out what we're going to do. And they're like...
As stupid and how long it took to get out of the Matrix, I did like the expansion idea of going through the looking glass. That was kind of cool how you can go through any fucking looking glass. It doesn't fucking matter.
Mm-hmm.
Like when he's in the bathroom on the train, I thought that was kind of cool.
Perspective, like that was like one of the only that she had, or the writer or whoever had like an okay idea for something.
Yeah.
And there was plenty of those sprinkled throughout a nonsense narrative.
Yeah.
They get out and they're like, Trinity's in there. And we work with the machines now because they kind of like they have their own shit.
Yeah,
going
some
on.
machines are cool with us, some aren't.
Yeah, and fucking Morpheus, poor bastard, thought that what you did, like, it could never be undone. So, and he's dead now because they came and killed him.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, that fucking sucks.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, so I don't know about you, bro. And I'm like, what? They're like, we're gonna get Trinity, and then somebody shows up, one of the Jonas Brothers' wives shows up. And she's like, I'm the girl from the other movie. And I'm like, okay. And then she's like, Trinity. And
yeah,
something.
she was the little kid.
Yeah, unstable. I have an idea. We should get her out. And then everybody's like, hell yeah, we should. And I was like, other than we like Trinity, why are we doing that? What is this going to do for humanity? How are they going to start getting more people out? Because the thing about this Matrix is that it keeps people in more. Yeah. They deleted the fucking Oracle. They deleted all the architect. He's gone. Neil Patrick Harris is like, I have a weird psychological fucking reason to have everybody just be content to stay in here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they're like,
just keep giving them pumpkin
we don't have
spice
any power problems anymore, because that was the problem. Neo's whole deal that the Oracle and Neo and the architect made is too many people were getting out of the Matrix and they were having battery problems. Cool. That's literally the only thing I got out of this movie for me to be like, this is a continuation of the Matrix trilogy. Yeah. Everything else, meta-narrative, callbacks, and shitty action.
Yeah.
I'm getting very worked up because if they had tried even a little bit more, this movie could have been good.
Yeah.
Like, it really could have. It's not as bad as everybody's saying.
No.
And the people who are saying it's genius are fucking kidding themselves. And I wish I could do that, but like, it's bad.
It's bad. It's straight up bad. Like, it's...
Sorry, I went on a rant.
No, yeah. I was just like, well, I don't need to say anything. Ryan just handled everything. No, yeah, for real. Everything you said, I agree with 100%. It's completely low effort. And that's why I'm like, if you didn't want to fucking do it, what did it matter if they were going to do it? You're treating it like it's your precious fucking child. And you
had one good idea and then phoned everything else in.
You fucking wrecked it so that they won't do it again, quote unquote.
If anybody's going to wreck it, I'll wreck it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know about
that's
that.
Dumb.
Giving a lot of people way too much credit.
Yeah.
But like, how did she convince everybody to come
Well, especially
back?
when you look at their track record since the Matrix trilogy. Like, nothing's been really stellar. So
The thing is that they're very protective of the IP, and like they were like, shit that happens in video games is canon, and fucking we're introducing
and that's
characters
how
from
we
video
got
games.
the weird Synthian guys that were like nano machines.
Yeah, and they're like doing Unreal Engine fucking demos, and they're talking about spinning up games. I'm like, so it seems like she does care. What happened with this movie? Because I'm okay with Matrix coming back, but like
I'm cool with that. Yeah, but not like this.
sure, yeah.
I would rather remember it as it was.
Yeah.
Than as this. And the thing that cracks me up is a lot of people online are even justifying Keanu Reeves not doing anything in the movie. Well, you know, he's pushing 60 now, and and it's like, yeah, he was pushing 60 when he was in John Wick 3.
Yeah,
you know, no, this is a bad written movie.
Yeah, this was a choice. I think they wanted him to be like his fight's done. This is somebody else's fight.
Yeah.
Now, and it's like he did what he could do, and it's like,
and that's cool. But I don't want to really do.
But I don't want
to
exactly. I don't want to see him put his hands out like this. You can't see me, but if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. Over and over.
That's all he did.
And over.
He just
and
force
over
pushes
again.
Everybody around him, and he does the bullet trick a couple times where he catches all the bullets and then fires them back at everybody.
And it's like, it's not even like I want to see him do something badass. I would have rather seen him do nothing than to watch him do that one move over and over and over.
The one
again.
that I liked the most, the one joke that made me laugh in the whole fucking thing was when they're like, oh, it's time to fly. And they all look at him and he goes, all right. And he fucking dips down like he used to. And then he just gives it like this half-ass hop. And he's like, yeah, that's not happening. Yeah,
not going to happen.
I fucking thought that was great, dude.
Yeah.
Right? And it made sense. He's so fucking doped up and everything from everything. He has to learn how to do because he flies by the end of the movie. But
here's another issue, a big issue with the movie. And again, I know there's somebody out there who's like, they covered this when they were having the meta-narrative meeting that like, you just want to see it because that's what you think it is. But this is like, dude, there is so much traps like that.
Yeah.
It's obnoxious.
Yeah, it's almost specifically been set up so that you can't
complain about it. Yeah. No, I thought of that. It's like, oh my God. But no, it's
too clever.
The agents have always been cool. Even when it wasn't Smith, agents are cool. And I really like
agents
that idea.
are cool and threatening.
The bots, as much as Neil Patrick Harris thinks they're cool, they're not cool.
No.
They are zombies.
The idea
They basically made you're in the Matrix running from zombies.
Yeah.
That's the fucking lamest thing I could possibly think of.
The idea of the bots is cool.
It's logical.
But when you boil it down,
but it's not good for
just a
screenplay.
zombie. It is just a zombie film at the end of this movie. I did like when he turned them into bombs.
Yeah, that was all right. Watching people, especially because it seemed like real people who are plugged into the Matrix may be interacting with bots and not knowing it. So somebody's just watching their husband stand up and jump out the window.
That one was funny.
I was like, okay, that's fine.
No, yeah, and that's what I mean. Like the concept of the bot being but then that's the same thing as the fucking agents. Like it's not different at all. They're just mindless.
Yeah,
they're essentially the Sentinels. They have one fucking thing: kill, and that's agents were subtle.
And but that was the thing. If you killed one agent, if you weren't around anybody else, they had nobody else to inhabit. So there was a way to get away.
Yeah.
And this one is just like everybody all at once.
Yeah, because it's a security system. It's the swarm.
Yeah, and it's fucking. Yeah. I expected to try maybe argue with you a little bit because I'm like, this movie has some merit, and then I'm just getting more and more mad.
I know. So I was gonna say this is weird because the other night when we talked about it, you were just like, "No, shut up," you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of like, but my thing was I kept waiting to explain why we were back here again. Like why was this a good idea? And I mean, yeah, they talk about why there's a new Matrix and what happened with the machines and all that, but why do I need a sequel now?
Yeah.
Why did you think that this was the one to bring back? You know, and I'm just like, and it never did that. Like,
leave us with like a, hey, that ending that ending, I think that ending was a little bit open, and now here's more of like a concrete or asking a new question or dealing with a new problem. And it was just like,
and
we
they
saved
set
Trinity
up-
cuz.
And they set up an interesting possibility in that where she's just like, wait, where the what's her name? The Game of Thrones was just like, this isn't how it goes down. These are different people, and this isn't how it happened.
Yeah.
So I was expecting to deal more with that, and I thought it would be very interesting if Neo was still dead and this was his own creation.
Him being able to code in the Matrix and then them going into code that is being coded in the Matrix
Yeah.
I'm like, that's gonna be. I haven't even talked about fake Morpheus and how fucking angry I was getting the whole time we watched it the first time because people kept acting like he was really Morpheus.
Yeah, they kept calling him Morpheus, kept treating him
like he
was
would show up and
Morpheus.
be like, "Oh, thank God, Morpheus," and like hug him and shit. I'm like, he's just some computer program.
Yeah, he's not Morpheus.
Based off of fucking his memory, and we keep acting like it's a big deal that like, oh, it's like Morpheus is fucking alive again. It's just like,
No, he's not.
he even is like, why? I feel like he was even confused.
Oh yeah. Well, like when he meets him in the bathroom and he was just he does the whole bit and he's like, I thought that'd be cool, nostalgia and everything. And he was just like, no, and he's just like, I know it's kind of dumb. Like he was like, this is stupid. And that was another one of the meta narratives that I was just like, yeah, I get it. But like at a certain point, I
liked
point,
that
I was
one
like,
too, and I really liked the PTSD angle that I liked that.
that he
whole
was
scene.
fucked up.
That when like Smith, he embraced it immediately.
Oh yeah,
And
well because
Neo-
it was Smith. He's just like, I'm awesome.
Yeah.
And then don't get me started on Smith.
Yeah.
In that movie, he is pointless.
Well. Yeah, he's back to his old tricks.
He's like,
and that's what I and that's what I liked is that like Smith was still doing what the old agents did. He came in on that annoying barista, fucking said his piece, and fucking bounced out. And I was like, oh, he just adapts wherever he's at. And that's the thing. Cool. I have like 3 things to hold on to.
But I wanted
and I'm like
more
a whole
of,
movie so I could be like what I could have read in a fucking fan fiction. You know what I mean? Or might even exist in a video game already that I'm just not aware of.
Well, that's the thing. It's just like
I played The Matrix Online.
I didn't necessarily want more Smith, but I wanted to see what he was getting up to there instead of just being like, I run the video game company and now I'm here to fuck up your day. And like, oh, now I'm here to help. Well, I'm Smith, you know?
Right.
And I was like,
that was the most aggravating part. Is I'm like, are you guys setting up like that you're gonna make more of these?
that's what it felt like. And then I was like, you're never making another one of these. This is terrible. You're never going to get the chance to make another one of these. But who the fuck knows? 15 years from now, fucking they're going to announce another one, and but this one will be an entire reboot, but Smith will be there and he'll remember everything, and it's.
I actually think that's actually not a bad idea, Josh.
That isn't, right? Like, as I said, I was like, that's pretty dope.
That's
Like, maybe
not-
Smith is the Morpheus this time
that's
around. And
actually
he's
not a
like,
bad
let's
idea.
fuck everything up,
But yes, what we were originally talking about is him coding in the Matrix.
Yeah.
And then that like being a Matrix in
And
and
then
of
he
itself
being
is
kind
weird.
of like, I thought maybe he would end up being kind of the villain, where he's just like, no, don't take my world from me.
And in a certain point, in a certain way, he was, because they were using him to power that Matrix. But it's just like, oh, unbeknownst to him, and but like they took
Whenever
them.
me and Trinity hold hands, shit blows up.
And they took them both out, which I've listened to the dialogue a couple of times, and I still don't understand what they're saying. They took them both out. And the Matrix is still fucking there.
Yeah.
So what were they doing? What was their purpose again?
They had to power.
That's what I'm saying. Nothing. They added nothing other than like, here's a new Matrix. Here's a couple good ideas. This movie sucks. All right, peace. And it's just
Credits.
like, fuck, man. And it sucks because from somebody who was like, people have been being so hyperbolic about these sequels. Matrix, they're stupid, but they have some cool ideas in them. And I'm like, and that's what this one's going to do for me. People are expecting too much. No, they couldn't even fucking do that for me. I expected not to be impressed.
Oh, yeah.
But to be like, my Matrix mind that's been recently opened is going to think of cool ideas and theory craft. There's nothing about this movie I want to talk about, really. Everything is very face value.
It was so fucking up its own ass with the irony that I am still convinced that the god awful Rage Against the Machine cover during the end credits is part of the meta joke.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
Oh, dude, I looked that band up.
Yeah,
Brass Against. She pissed in a guy's mouth.
Yeah, on stage, and that dude fucking loved it. You should see the interview with him afterwards. He fucking loved it. But that's still a very weird thing.
Reminds me of the R. Kelly testimony. If I didn't want to get peed on, I would have moved.
Yeah, right.
No, and like I guess she's married to one of the Peloton ladies or something like that.
Dude, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, dude. No, I did it.
No, but it absolutely
really deep into that, and I listened to a lot of their music. It all sucks.
Yeah, but it absolutely was. I don't know. Again, another fucking Matrix sequel is not going to ruin the Matrix for me.
No.
But
it kind of makes me appreciate what came before more.
Yeah, it muddies those waters just a little bit. I thought after all this time that I don't know, maybe Lily was doing more of the writing. I have no idea, but I figured that Lana would have had something concrete of I wish I would have done this, and we could have done this, or I had this idea, and they were just up in there.
No,
waiting to come out, and then it was I don't fucking know.
I think she was just mad that they said, "Hey, we're gonna make another Matrix movie," and she was like, "No, we completed the story." Because I know that was one of the things where she's like, "No, the story's done."
Yeah.
And they were just like, well, we'll do it without you. And she's like, hold on.
Yeah.
And then she was mad about essentially being blackmailed into making a movie. Not blackmailed, extorted,
sure,
I guess.
Yeah.
And that just took the forefront. It felt like, it's.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's a goddamn shame because it could have been really interesting.
Could have been. You want to know why I like this movie? Because for the months leading up to it, and me having recently watched,
you got Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, I'm recently. Oh, I knew it was gonna happen, but recently watching the trilogy, fucking, I love just their advertising for it of just what is going on? There's all the possibilities, and then it being almost nothing. But I did enjoy the marketing and stuff leading up to it. I was in full Matrix mode.
I do wonder if Lana and whoever else helped write the movie or whatever.
I know it's literally not even the person who did the screenplay for Cloud Atlas, but the writer of the Cloud Atlas book co-wrote the movie with her.
Cloud Atlas was okay. I wonder who amongst them is a Giant Bomb fan to cast a man who looks like clean-shaven Jeff Gertzman.
You want to know what's funny is we talked about this. What the fuck is the Matrix, the game, the Matrix in this world? What does it look like? How do you play it?
Well, it looks like the movie.
Is it a VR game? What is it? And also, it won the Game Award, a thing that didn't exist in 1999. It won Best Game. Well, it won Game of the Year. It beat Quake 3, bro. Can you believe it? But yeah, Jeff Keighley, they're just on the roof, Game Awards, woo! And then they're just yeah, we got this guy who looks like Jeff Gertzman and say MILF really fucking strange.
It's 11 mil. I was like, I hate you.
That's when I was that is actually the point where I knew the movie probably was not going to be very good.
No, and then the part after that you were talking about where you were. No, and then the part that you were talking about after that, where they had the spitball and it's people want to flip their fucking
their synapses, their gray space,
and and
I was just bullet time, action, guns. Yeah,
and I was like, I fucking hate this, and I know that this is how this shit really works.
That's the point.
Yeah, and I'm like, but I don't. I'm not laughing, being like, because this is what they do. I know that's what they do. I don't find that funny. And the fact that you put it in a movie just fucking makes me mad and be like, am I right, guys? No. Fuck you.
Yeah. I think it's going to work for some people more than others. I don't think I accused everybody of being
No, there could be
of being lying to themselves, but I think that
there could be because the people that are declaring it genius are out of their minds. The people who are enjoying it, by all means, please enjoy it. It's not for me. but don't act like it's some kind of it's anywhere near the no.
Yeah. I didn't hate watching it. It was when it was
I did.
It was when it was over that I was actually the most mad. Like I don't know.
Yeah, because like at the end you're like,
I like being in the Matrix, but the fact that like it was shot so poorly and the action and the way it looked, which again, I want to give it credit and say it was a choice, but I know that's probably not the case.
I think it was a choice. It was just not a good choice.
Sure.
It was a choice that served what she was doing.
Yeah. I just liked being in the Matrix again. I guess I got just caught up with nostalgia.
Yeah.
But other than that, everything else for the most part.
There's when it comes to the first three, there is something about it that feels like playing the open world games of that time, like Grand Theft Auto 3 and Elder Scrolls and stuff like that, where, yeah, this is a world and there are things that populate it, but there's something sterile and stagnant and unreal about it, and it's kind of uncomfortable. Like the fact that the streets are so crowded with people that look almost identical walking around and stuff like that, you know, and it's nobody really seems to be a person in the original movies. They're just NPCs to populate it to make it look like a lived-in space. And even the way that they make cities look, where everything looks symmetrical. And
them going with just straight up San Francisco was a weird.
Well, and I think that's the thing where they were trying to make it more real and more pleasant. Like it seemed to dip into that Matrix that we heard about in the second one, the first one, where it was like, no, it was a paradise.
And the social narrative, and the social narrative they were making, where they were kind of like, people just want to play their video games and be on their phones, and they don't give a fuck, and the sheeple and this and that. It's just like,
just drink their pumpkin spice lattes and watch The Office.
Yeah, man. Like I get it, Lana, dude. You're like, fuck.
Super edgy.
You're so edgy. I get it.
I was 14 once too.
Yeah, your hair's crazy. I mean, are we fucking surprised that like I'm like making fun of her? Like, you're so edgy. Like, I'm talking about the person that made the fucking Matrix. Of course, they're total edgelords. Like, give me a break.
Yeah. Everybody wears everybody that's hip to it is like wearing.
But it was
black
cool
leather.
Back then. Yeah. You're a different sort of edgelord now. Like now, I feel like I'm gatekeeping their own creation. All right, we got to stop talking about this movie. Like, it's just. We're gonna fall into those traps.
We are.
But again, and that was the whole point of the Matrix. They're like, you fucking suits, and now I'm like, oh god, your pumpkin spice and your phones.
Oh god, whatever. I swear to God, if they said the suits one more fucking time, I was gonna break my own TV. I was so fucking angry. The suits wanted it. The suits decreed it. The suits said this. The suits convinced us. I was like, I'm gonna fucking murder you.
Yeah.
Shut up, Neil Patrick. Shut up, Doogie Howser.
I have no idea why. For whatever reason, the social narrative in this one, which is almost exactly the same to the first one, but back in the 90s, it was cool, man.
I had those feelings. I was 16, you know?
Yeah. Fuck. I it's on is it still on HBO
It's still
Max?
on HBO, yeah.
Yeah, you could watch it. I don't know if I honestly, this is the first time where you can watch it for free on a streaming service where I'm like, I actually don't know. I don't know if it's worth your time to watch it.
Exactly, because no, you're not paying for a movie ticket, but your time is an investment that you can't get back.
Did you just hear when I was talking about watching 3-hour cut of Blended?
I remember, no, I watched Blended and was just like, God, this is fucking terrible.
Yeah,
and
really
then
is.
I watched the one he did with Jennifer Aniston.
The murder mystery one, right?
The one where
Just Go
she's
With
his,
It.
Just Go With It, where
yeah.
he's her boss or something like that.
Yeah.
And that one, it's like there's this conflict because they're both with somebody, and the way the movie ends is just like, they go on vacation, and then the way the whole thing wraps up is they meet in the lobby, and he's just like, no, I told her to fuck off. Oh, we just broke up, but you don't see that either of those conversations.
Either of them, yeah.
And then the credits roll.
Yep.
That's the end of the fucking movie.
Yes, that was like Blended as well, except for at least they tried to have a little conflict. Like Joel McHale shows up there at the end. And he's like, and then you find out like she didn't want to get back together with him. Yeah. Also, I was watching that movie, and I'll probably cut this out. I was watching that movie, and I was like, "Who plays his oldest daughter?" And then I was like, and I was like, "That's it." And then I looked it up. I was like, "That's Bella Thorne." And I was like, first of all, good on them for actually they got a 16-year-old to play a 16-year-old.
16-year-old. Yeah.
That being said, I was like, I did not know of Bella Thorne before she became an Instagram thought. And I'm like, she looks like a normal person in this movie. And if you look at Bella Thorne now, she looks like, I don't know, a cosplayer from another dimension. So
she's the female Machine Gun Kelly.
Yes, I was very confused. And I'm just like, it was the first time that I saw somebody like when they were younger and did not even realize it was them. It was very strange.
Yeah. I watched something with Megan Fox and was just like, wait, this is before Transform. Oh my God. What? Huh.
Okay.
Money corrupts, man.
That it do.
And on that bombshell.
You don't want anybody to watch Matrix, huh?
Do I?
It's up for them to decide, I guess. Because I think it's working for some people.
If you're curious, go for it. Maybe you like it. Tell us about it. Tell us what meanies we are.
Right.
Dude,
you've been doing good with the fucking fucking ring-a-ling the ding-a-ling bell and like and subscribe and leave a comment.
Ooh, ring-a-ling the ding-a-ling.
You've been doing good with that lately.
Get out of my house.
Normally that's me. I gotta pump all the stuff, but you're like, yeah, leave a comment, bro, and I'm like, dude, he's killing it.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying to contribute.
Yeah, you're doing good.
No,
picking up my slack.
I don't know. Like, I cannot in good conscience. I value your time.
I watched it twice.
He watched it twice.
How am I supposed to tell somebody not to watch it once?
He's so angry right now because he didn't. No.
I also watched Dune 4 times to say I think it's pretty good.
I watched it twice and I was like, "This is really fucking good." No. I can't in good conscience say you should watch it, but if you're curious, go for it.
This might be one of those things.
Ryan actually is much lighter on the movie than I am. You are. And I fucking really don't like that. Like, I borderline hate it, but I feel like it's not worth it to hate it, you know?
True. I think this is one of those things where, like, if you're going to watch it or not.
Yeah.
But I think there are people out there who have never watched the sequels.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you haven't done that, like, don't even bother with this one.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, if you just see The Matrix and you're like, there's a new Matrix, fucking don't watch it. Like, don't do it to yourself. You have 2 other movies to go watch.
It reminds me of the phenomenon that is the Lost World movies.
There's a new one coming out in like June.
I know.
Also, you meant to say Jurassic World, correct?
Jurassic World, yes. Okay. Yeah, I always want to call it the Lost World. Yeah, then that was the sequel.
I saw a Winter Olympics commercial where there was a downhill skier, and then she was getting chased by a dinosaur, and it was a crossover Jurassic War. What is it called? What the fuck is the new one called?
Jurassic World.
It's like Jurassic World. Like now dinosaurs are everywhere.
It's time for dinosaurs.
Yeah. Mixed with an Olympic commercial, and I was just kind of like, wow, dude.
Let me guess, she was getting chased by raptors.
Until the T-Rex showed up.
Of course. Because remember, that happened in the first one. The raptors were going to eat them. Mm-hmm. And then the T-Rex came in and said, not today, fuckos.
True.
Oh, God. But that's what I compare it to, is where I was just like, this is entirely unnecessary. I don't know why I'm watching this. And then I watched the sequel and was just like, I don't know why I'm watching this. Why am I still here? And I still can't figure out why those movies are so successful that they're going to make a fucking third one of it, and they're all bad.
People like dinosaurs, and every time they come out, I go, I know it's not going to be good, but I'm going to watch it and hate it, and then at least make fun of it or enjoy some scenes.
Yeah.
And, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
What are you going to do? That's not this movie, but the Jurassic World ones, it's just kind of like, yeah, that's kind of bad, but also
Big
dinosaur. Yeah. I don't fucking know. All right. Well, we're saving it. We're saving it. We can't, we got to end on that.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for joining. Sorry, we're really, really quick with getting these out. You know what I mean? 2 movies that came out, I think. Well, 1 show that ended and the movie came out like the same week that show ended.
I think so. Yeah.
So we're on top of it.
Yeah. We'll get there. We were going to do like a whole not Christmas special, but it's like the end of January.
It's the end of January. Things happen.
Yeah.
You live in this world. You know what's going on.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for listening. You can find us on all major podcasting apps, including Anchor, Spotify, Apple, you know the deal. We're on YouTube. We are Mighty Fish Productions on YouTube. That's where you can find our original show, Classic Ketchup. Go and give it a watch. We're on twitch.tv/Mighty Fish Productions. I'll probably be on there playing Mass Effect. That should be fun. What else we got, Josh? Twitter, @MightyMoviePod on Twitter. That is where you will find when we go live, when there's a new episode, anything. You can see the Beer Wolf on there. I'm going to post it up. And,
Put it on the center shot. Too.
Yeah. You got anything else to say, Josh?
No, I'm good.
All right. We will see you in the next one. Peace.
Bye.